Liberal Texas woman fed and housed illegal immigrant for 3 days, then walks in on his sixth surprise. This is the story about a South Texas liberal woman who literally almost had a bleeding heart. She was trying to do the nice thing by letting an illegal immigrant live in her home for a few days. She gave him food and water. She kept him sheltered and protected from those horrible ICE people and bad border cops. You know, those terrible people who worked for a living by doing their job. She kept him safe from all of those illegal immigrant nightmares. But then she came home to her own nightmare. She was no longer the queen of her castle. She was hauled deed-like and tossed into a car, being kidnapped at her own home, by her own illegal immigrant vet, being driven away to some far location in her own car. Where was she going? No one but the illegal immigrant criminal knows. Maybe she was about to be sex slave. Maybe she was going to be raped and left behind a dumpster. Maybe she was going to have balloons of coke inserted into her rectum and forced to be a drug mule. No one knows for sure, but she sure is lucky to have escaped. She was able to get out of the car and wobble down the street like a hapless worm or a victim from a Lifetime movie who just got beat by the husband she loves so much to keep going back. That damn bleeding heart liberal nearly got herself killed thanks to her stupid belief system and inability to follow the law. According to U.S. Customs and Border Protection, on March 22nd, a witness notified the Demet County Sheriff's Office about a woman who had her hands tied with rope walking along FM 1917. The woman told Carrizo Springs Station Border Patrol agents of feeding the immigrant for 3 days before he seized her, tied her up, and forced her into her car. As he started the car, she escaped. Border Patrol agents and Dimmitt County Sheriff's deputies visited the woman's house, finding foot signs of the illegal immigrant. Border Patrol and Dimmitt County canines were employed to track the immigrant, who was found lying in the brush. The immigrant pretended to be unresponsive, but when he was transported to a local hospital, doctors quickly determined he was faking. Meanwhile, the assaulted woman went to the hospital to identify the immigrant. Border Patrol agents found that he had entered the country illegally. He was charged by the Demet County Sheriff's Office with burglary of a habitation with intent to commit a felony and aggravated kidnapping. He will face immigration proceedings. He is currently being held at the Demet County Jail. At least he was caught. She was lucky. Not everyone escapes. You don't hear about those stories because those people don't turn up. They're gone and lost in a system of human trafficking, sex slavery, and forced to be drug mules. If you encounter a person who needs help that bad, then contact the authorities and let the professionals help him. You can't risk your own safety and well-being because you're a bleeding heart liberal. Conservatives want to help people too, but we know when something seems shady and we let the proper authorities do their job. If someone turns out to be an illegal citizen, then that cannot be of our concern. We want them safe, but we need to be safe too. We also need to follow the law. Always remember to stay safe and follow the law. If not, you might end up tied up in your own car being hauled off to become property of another human.